We did it. Mujin took his video down. Hopefully Sykkuno and his girlfriend can get some privacy to deal with the relationship alone now that Mujin has realized he f***ed up. He put out an apology. I'm going to try to be as fair as possible in reviewing this. However, I would like to state I do have a pretty heavy negative bias towards Mujin. A couple months ago, he put out a hit piece on me on Twitter where he lied on my name, not once, not twice, 17 times. This is real. You can find it for yourself. He found a document made by Mizkiff and made an entire expose on me with 17 lies on me and my community after I put Mujin on game, after I let him on my channel, after I hooked him up with collaborations. And then he later went live that day and said that I deserve to get called a rapist for the rest of my life, even though everybody knows I have no criminal record. The police already investigated me and dropped the case because they realized it was a non-issue. However, a lot of people jumped the gun on me. Mujin is probably the one with the most influence, that and Mizkiff. So to be honest, I'm not really too crazy about Mujin. I'm really not. However, I'm going to be as fair as I possibly can going through this apology, and I'm going to rate it from 1 to 10, and I will let you know if I accept it or not. Now, this is after Mujin exposed people's relationship problems they never wanted to be made public. So, let's see it. He never took his videos down, he just privated it. Oh, that would be f***ed up. Actually, we can check that. I have an add-on that lets you know your viewer count. Mujin got 9 million. I deleted and unlisted a shit ton of views to where you can't track them because they're all gone. As you can see, from April 5th to April 8th, I was unlisting and deleting a lot of views. When you delete videos, the views get erased from your channel, and they actually negatively affect your channel quite a bit. But there were videos that I weren't proud of, so I deleted them. Mujin claimed he deleted the video yesterday, but that's impossible because it says 977,000 views gained. It would be negative 1.2 million if he deleted them, with 0 views gained today for both of us because it doesn't track current live views. Mujin never deleted the video. He only privated it because he wanted to keep the money he made off of it, and he didn't want his channel to hit a detriment after going through someone's personal life and making things public he never wanted exposed. That's so fucked up. That means at any time he can republish that video. That's actually so bad. And that video made 2.3 million views, which means he made at minimum $8,000, at maximum 30 grand. So he made somewhere between 8 to 30 grand on a video spreading lies about another content creator while trying to act like he was the morally virtuous one. That's insane. People aren't going to talk about that, but I've been in this business for a bit.
All right, so first things first, this video is not monetized. I'm not about to pull a CC in the big...
Yeah, but your last one was. If you had any balls, you would donate all the money you made off the last video to Sykkuno and his girlfriend.
2026. I'm making this in regard to my last video.
Also, bro just takes a pot shot at another creator for no fucking reason, bro. Focus on your own apology.
About Sykkuno. I want to clarify how this video came to be, while also taking accountability and apologizing for the mistakes that I made.
I'm not going to take Mujin's word at face value. I'm going to wait until the other people involved also weigh in. I will wait to give all sides. Right now, I don't trust Mujin at all. We've already seen that he has lied 17 times this year about me, as well as many other creators in his more recent videos. Fun fact, a lot of people actually say I only started to call out Mujin after he betrayed me. Actually not true. Longtime viewers of my channel would know I've been calling Mujin out since May 31st, 2024, when he put out a hit piece on Saint Tontas and the voice actors, and I defended Saint Tontas with tooth and nail. So anybody saying, and also, by the way, the video's still disliked. So anybody saying that I'm only now turning on Mujin is a complete fucking liar. I've been calling this guy out for his misinformation very fairly since 2024. Let's see if I can find the video. I may have actually deleted or hid that video with all those. No, okay, that's a video that I unlisted it or deleted. Unfortunate. Maybe I can find it and repost it, but yeah, no, that's there. I just showed you guys earlier that I deleted and unlisted a lot of my gotcha videos. That was most likely one of them. But maybe somebody else has it. And if I find it, I'll post it on Twitter. Let's get into it.
I want to clear up some misinformation spread about me over the last few days. This video was meant to...
Misinformation spread on you over the last few days. Okay, very interesting. Let's find out.
come out a bit earlier, but I was told by someone in the know that Sykkuno might release a joint statement with his girlfriend, so I chose to wait for that first, just in case. I'll also be going through that later in the video.
This doesn't sound like an apology, it sounds like an explanation.
So, how did this all begin? Well, for me, it was on April 7th when I was reached out to by Mal for the first time. I was told that a Google Doc was...
I will wait for Mal to talk about this before taking Mujin's word at all.
Releasing...
He's lied far too many times for me to believe him.
...to about a big content creator. And this is when I was asked if I wanted access to it early to maybe make a video about it. The document was going to publicly release on the 10th anyway. This means that this wasn't some grand conspiracy, okay? This document was going to release with or without me. And while yes, rumors of Sykkuno's behavior have been floating around for a while now between certain content creator circles, none of this...
Saying a Google Doc was going to release with or without you is even more damning because you could have just let it be, but you wanted clicks so bad that you perpetuated it and made it seem way worse than it was. This isn't an explanation, Mujin. You have already made yourself look way worse in the first 30 seconds. You didn't have to participate, but you chose to just because you are hyper fixated on clicks. Sorry, man. That's a really bad look.
This was gonna really convince me to make an early video. If you've watched my channel before, then you'd know that I'm someone who highly values both sides of the story. It's actually something that
you used to.
That I always implore you to do before forming your own opinions. And while I do receive so many DMs about scoops or exclusive info about certain topics, I mostly never take them, always choosing to wait for things to unfold in public first before making my videos. What made the situation special though was the 17-minute video recording of the voice call between Mal and Sykkuno. My logic here was simple. It was me thinking that we already had the other side of the story. And it was Sykkuno admitting to his wrongdoings in the most raw and unfiltered way possible.
You took a bunch of out-of-context clips and then assumed it was over because of the voice call. He admitted to cheating. He never admitted to being a rapist predator. And then you labeled him that. So you did have the full story. Sykkuno cheated, and it's done. And then you perpetuated it, and you sensationalized it by calling him a rapist. Do you not understand what damage you did, Mujin? How do you not understand this? The only person who fucked up here was you by sensationalizing it.
So I figured that was enough. At the same time, I thought that since my channel had grown exponentially, don't ask me how or why because I have no idea, I could maybe use my platform for a good cause, spreading awareness about Sykkuno's behavior so that no one else gets tricked into being a homewrecker against their will, while in parallel, encouraging others who have been wronged by him to finally speak up. Additionally, seeing that the person speaking up was doing so from a small account, I figured I could help amplify that message to spread maximum awareness.
Stop trying to act like you're doing this because you're such a good boy. Bro, you clickbait the fuck out of every video and all of your videos are fully monetized and you take hella sponsorships. Just say you were trying to get a bag. Stop trying to look like a good person and just admit you do this for money, just like everybody else.
Now, yes, some people could...
By the way, this video is fully monetized. My PayPal is paypal.me/Tectone.
Definitely argue that I was desperate for a topic to bring in views, but to me it didn't matter because I was already lucky enough to be able to cover niche topics I enjoy and still somehow reach over 1 million views on them. Again, don't ask me how because I don't know. But that was just the reality.
Bro's trying so hard to stay humble and then went off on Powder, calling her a BBC crazed whore of a white woman, and then bragged about how many views he gets and that she doesn't. This is the biggest load of bullshit I have ever seen in my entire life. Are people buying this shit? 4.8 thousand dislikes. Bro is never beating the unreliable narrator allegations.
Reality. Here's the thing though. Releasing the video around the same time as the document meant that I was taking a substantial risk by putting my channel's reputation on the line. I knew this, even at the time, but it was a risk I was willing to take if it meant that I was doing the right thing.
Yeah, buddy. Mujin, hero of the VTuber space. If you actually believe this shit, you are so retarded, it's insane. God, bro. God, please. I'm praying to God there's a Tectone Mujin video. Oh, that would be good shit.
Fortunately, though, it didn't really work out as I had hoped, and I ended up making mistakes that I need to take accountability for, which is why we're here today.
Well, let's hear it, because right now you have done a horrible job. You've already been caught in 3 lies in 2 minutes and 43 seconds. Let's keep going here.
The first mistake can be found in the intro of the video, and it's me using the word predator. Yes, it was my idea. And the logic behind it.
He admitted that shit! I knew it. I know I called that Frame one. I said Mujin loves to sensationalize everything. I bet you it was his idea. He is the one who is responsible for Sykkuno being called a predator. That is disgusting rat fuck behavior. And no apology is ever going to make up for 2.3 million views of you calling Sykkuno a predator when he was no such thing, and then you doubled and tripled down. This is a defamation suit, and yes, another quarter for the Tectone's right jar. There it is. I know, right? Imagine that.
It was me trying to encompass everything, like the serial cheating,
This is insane.
lying, and deliberate targeting of smaller content creators into one word. Before you,
He was not deliberately targeting small content creators. They were reaching out to him. Every single woman, when everything was said and done, said they would still have him. It was by their own want and desire. They're just mad they didn't get to be the one. Jesus, you still can't get it right. You still can't get it right.
using it, I even made sure to double check its definition in multiple dictionaries, which said things like a person or an organization that uses weaker people for their own advantage.
Oh, I didn't know what predator meant. I'd never been on the internet before. Oh, I didn't know that people would take it that way. Lying motherfucker. Holy shit. Are we going to get one truthful statement? I'm getting pissed off. Are we getting legal mindset just busted hearing Mujin say that? I can't wait to watch that video. Is this guy going to tell one truth this entire video?
Or one who injures or exploits others for personal gain or profit. Due to this, I had to come to the conclusion that, yeah, this word fits. I'd find out quickly afterwards, though, that for many people, that word is only reserved to describe pedophiles or sexual predators.
Yeah, guys. Yeah, guys. I can't believe predators was used synonymously with sexual predators. Oh, Mujin's first time on the internet. He sensationalized this shit 100% and he knows it.
Which made a substantial...
I need to calm down. Let me calm down. I just, you know, this guy completely fucked my life for like 3 days. And those 3 days were grueling because so many people said, well, Mujin said it, so I believed it. I want to let you know, Mujin also said that I would shortly and quickly be in prison. So I had so many people cut me off in 3 days because it was Mujin saying it. And all of that shit was out of context fucking lies that he got from a Mizkif document. He did no research into the actual truth of my situation at all. So needless to say, yeah, I'm a little bit pissed. Fuck all those people, and I don't miss them, but my God, that shit pissed me off.
Amount of people feel misled after watching the intro of my video. It made it seem like a hit piece, exaggerating things, and it also
Because it was.
made it seem like Sykkuno had committed very serious crimes, enough to land him in a high-security prison or something, when that clearly wasn't the case. That was not my intention at all.
Yeah, his intention was to make the video as tasty and appetizing as possible to reap and profit, and everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. And if Mujin had any balls at all, he would donate $100,000 to male victims of false allegations. This is ridiculous. And he just gets to say he's sorry, while Sykkuno is going to get the label of the predator for the rest of his life because it's the VTuber community. And they're going to run with that forever. No one's going to touch Sykkuno with a 10-foot pole for the rest of his life because of Mujin. And I want to make this very clear. Sykkuno does not have the mental to bounce back from false allegations like I did. No one has a mental like me. Sykkuno is not like that. You might have actually fucked his life forever where it was just business between him and his girlfriend. That's it. I didn't give a fuck when XQC cheated, when Will Neff cheated. I don't give a fuck if Sykkuno cheated. That's him and the girl's business, nobody else's.
And I'm sorry for that. From now on, I'll only use that word to refer to pedophiles or sexual predators. That's it, no exceptions. I'd also like to say that yes, the video was rushed. It simply didn't meet the quality standard that you...
Keep in mind, Mujin, you called me a rapist when I have no criminal record at all. None. Where the police investigated me, found no wrongdoing, and dropped the case. And you encouraged your audience to call me a rapist.
You expect of me, and that's without even mentioning that it was clearly biased and didn't attempt to see different...
And I'm still hearing shit about that until today. I still see shit about that until today. You talk about how much you don't like Hassan and you act just like him.
video points. There's a reason I don't typically reach out to people involved in public incidents, because it's very easy to form bias after you communicate directly with them. It's just human. So yeah.
Yeah, so, but you're okay with people reaching out directly to you with clear intentions in mind? Mujin, it just sounds like you're an unreliable narrator.
What Mal said at the end of her call with Sykkuno was off-putting, and it wouldn't have hurt for me to point that out. I get that. I was instead more focused on Sykkuno's admittance of guilt. I'm sorry for letting you guys down in that regard. You trust me with a certain quality standard, and I just couldn't deliver it this time. And that's on me.
It's not just this video. This is the only video you've been called out for. You were also wrong about the pirate software video. You were also wrong about the Genshin VA video, just to name a few. Right? This is a very common thing. You just only now suffered repercussions because now people are finally standing up for men who are the victims of false allegations, and it's ridiculous.
I want to apologize to Sykkuno's girlfriend. In the 17-minute video of the voice recording, there was one frame, which represents 1/60th of a second that wasn't blurred, and it leaked to the group chat she was in when she found out that Sykkuno had been cheating on her with multiple people. This frame was enough for certain individuals to confirm her username, and it impeded on her privacy.
There it is.
I was not the one who handled blurring it, but I still included the entire thing in my own video and completely missed that detail.
So you don't take accountability for what's in your own video. I'm sorry, you posted it. You barely post. It's not like me. I post 5 videos a day, and I'll still take accountability for anything that's in my video. You post 1 video every week. The fuck is you talking about? God, this shit is so disingenuous. It's insane.
So I take full responsibility for that. I'm sorry. Now look, with all that being said, apologies are great, but there's no use presenting them if there's no attempt to act on them. And that's exactly what I intend to do. But first, I want to go through some misinfo that was spread about me in recent days and set the record straight.
Okay. Now, I want to be fair. Vibe resetting. If misinformation was spread on Mujin, I want to correct that too. Just because I don't like someone doesn't mean I want misinformation spread on them. And I keep this very correct with all the people. I believe that if someone is bad, their actions alone should show it. You shouldn't have to make things up. So, if there's misinformation, let's correct it together.
When the video first released, XQC reacted to it almost immediately and would spend his time defending Sykkuno while trying to undermine the things he's done to people. He would also comment on my video. In that comment, he'd make it seem like my problem with Sykkuno's behavior had to do with the lack of clout of the women he reached out to. In any case, what would happen next is a narrative that would form saying that I deleted his comment because I couldn't handle his unparalleled wisdom.
I want to make this very clear. That is a narrative that you pushed. You did say the power dynamic was incredibly toxic because Sykkuno had more viewers. You said that multiple times. So that's not misinformation. Let's keep going here.
As you can see, that's false. It's still right here, along with all the wonderful comments left by his community too. I really don't know why he and some other content creators tried so hard to defend Sykkuno's behavior, as if he was their long-lost brother or something.
Nobody defended the cheating at all. We were defending him because he was being called a predator. How do you not get that? There is no way that you are this much of an unreliable narrator to where a week later, you still don't get it. Also, I would like to just let you guys know, if Mujin hid XQC's comment and then unhid it for this video, it would reappear. So, letting you know, that is a possibility. There is a thing you can do where you can hide a user from channel and then unhide them and their comments will come back. So, no, nobody was saying, Sykkuno can cheat and that's based. Okay, besides XQC. XQC didn't say that. I did not say that. I said, Sykkuno, you cheated and that's f***ed up, but you can learn and grow from that. However, he is not a rapist and we are tired of people exaggerating the bad that was already done. So, that is why we defended him, because we as men do not want to support men losing their livelihoods due to false allegations. Also, 21,000 dislikes, that's rough. That's real rough. That's real rough, buddy. That's real rough.
All I know is that cheating has been shunned by humanity for thousands of years, regardless of gender.
But it's not illegal.
Maybe normalizing it now is probably a bad
We're not normalizing cheating. We're trying to normalize not spreading false allegations.
idea, but hey, you're free to form your own opinion. Go for it. Next, some people try.
Also, fun fact, and I do just want to say this, cheating happens in 70% of relationships that aren't married. Is that not a disgusting statistic?
To claim that I changed my video's title because I was scared of a defamation
Being a womanizer is not the same as being predatory. That's all we were clarifying. It's really that easy.
lawsuit from Sykkuno. Sure, A random lawyer from Fiverr might claim that. But
Also, cheating has not been shunned for thousands of years. Hold the fuck up. More similar, but well, so I guess no, that's kind of fair to say. That's fair to say depending on the culture. Some cultures yes, some cultures no. I don't want to go in too much.
But it's false. Here's a neat trick. You can go to a website like viewstats.com,
Okay.
go to any channel, we'll pick, I don't know, Mr. Beast, click on a video, and you'll actually be able to see any thumbnail or title changes since upload. Pretty cool, right? Now, if you were to do that with my video, you'd see that there were no thumbnail or title changes whatsoever since upload.
Okay.
So that's false. And look, defamation is about knowingly lying about someone in order to ruin their reputation.
Sure.
I had no intention of
Sure. You have to prove malicious intent. That's absolutely fair.
lying in my video about Sykkuno. And if I did
You yourself just admitted earlier in this video that you sensationalized it and you used the word predator, even though you knew it didn't sync up. So what are you talking about?
want to lie, then wouldn't I have just simply removed the last 2 minutes of Mal and Sykkuno's voice call so that she looks way better and he looks way worse? It just doesn't make sense. I never make any video with the intention of lying. Period. And finally,
Yeah, but you literally lied on my name and you lied on Powder's name and you lied on many people's names, including Pirate Software. I don't even like the guy. So, I mean, just because you're stupid doesn't mean, like, okay, sure, maybe you didn't lie. Maybe you didn't do these things, but it's probably just because you're dumb. You're an unreliable narrator. What do you want me to say?
when it comes to misinfo, there's also something else that honestly doesn't deserve attention at all, but I'll still mention it. And it's this weird rumor or fan fiction that some people made up saying that I only made this video to try and get with the women that were affected by Sykkuno's actions.
That was clearly just a joke, and the fact that you're shaken up by that speaks a lot.
Anyone who knows me or has ever spoken with me in the content creation sphere knows that I never even attempt to flirt. I keep things strictly professional. I take my platform very seriously and would never seek to use it in that way. It's simply not who I am. It's obviously also very disrespectful.
This was a joke, dude. Bro, is this pressed over a joke is insane.
To anyone who was hurt by
Imagine if he's this hurt by a joke, how Sykkuno must be feeling that he was falsely labeled. I want you to really, Mujin is this upset over a joke. The same guy who falsely labeled another man as a rapist.
Sykkuno's actions, but it's not like the people peddling these rumors cared about them to begin with.
And he's so autistic, he doesn't get that it was a clear joke. This is insane.
All right, so next...
The level, like, that was like dystopian to me. Like, either one, he's retarded, or two, he just needed to take a quick chance of virtue signal. That was pathetic. I mean, yeah, that explains why he spazzed the fuck out on Twitter. Holy crap.
Up, we have the joint statement that was posted by Sykkuno and his girlfriend.
People were saying that I was doing this to get with VTubers. Guys, everybody who knows me personally knows I get 0 bitches, okay? So I just want to set the record straight. I've never had sex in my life, okay? Sick flex. Now I get why you're French.
The first half would be written by Sykkuno. In it, he'd reiterate that he lied to people about being single and that he has been unfaithful to his girlfriend. He'd apologize and say that he'd be taking a break from streaming in order to better himself. He'd also call out anyone trying to frame him with false accusations. So yeah, as you can see, not much has changed. He's already admitted to these things in the voice call with Matt.
Yep.
When it comes to false accusations though, yes, there are stories that have circulated for years among some VTubers that accuse Sykkuno of doing worse than cheating. At this point though, it is not up to me to say whether it's true or not. Just
here's an idea, Mujin. If a woman's first instinct is to tell you about the horrible things and not the police, they're full of shit. Because you can get away with this by gossiping. You can get away with this by going to civil court. You can get away with this by doing rumors, but when it comes to require evidence and proof, well, I don't think I should. Or the police pick up on it and they say, this is bullshit, and then drop it. So, if the police haven't done anything, Mujin, that should probably tell you a lot.
pointing out what he might be referring to. He could also be referring to the word predator, which I already apologized for. Now the second...
I already said sorry. I already said sorry after I posted a video with 2.3 million views calling you a witch. What else more do you want? What else more do you want? I already said sorry. So you shouldn't be mad because one sorry dispels the millions upon millions upon millions of people that now call you a rapist predator. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't realize how that worked. Oh, okay, great. Wow, amazing. Man, this guy must love false accusing women who, like the two ruined Rich Campbell's life for 3 years, and then all she did was say, oh, sorry. Anyway, business as usual. Good Lord, bro. This guy is such a TikTok feminist, it's insane.
Half of this statement would be written by his girlfriend. She'd express how hard this has all been on her, and how hurt she felt over not having a choice on whether this went public or not, saying that she understands that many people were hurt, but that her feelings felt like they weren't really considered at all. She'd call out people who sought to use this incident for profit, and would say that even prior to this going public, she was already trying to work through things with Sykkuno in order to repair their relationship together. She'd end her statement by saying that even with everything that has come out, she doesn't consider Sykkuno's actions irredeemable. She's going to stay with him and try to fix their relationship in spite of everything.
I wonder if Mujin has the ability to understand that people have the ability to lie and people have the ability to believe lies. So the only thing that any unbiased, truly based source should believe is proof and evidence and nothing else. Otherwise, you're going to lose your mind.
Listen, I can't imagine what she's been through in just these last few weeks.
Caused by you, by the way. Caused by you. By the way, Mujin, I have reacted to your 8-minute video for 30 minutes so far. You better not copyright strike my channel.
Finding out that your boyfriend has been cheating on you for years, that he slept with someone as recently as December 2025 behind your back, and that he was still trying to arrange a meetup with someone else as you were already trying to fix your relationship after what had happened in December. I mean, seriously, it's just insane.
Why is Mujin still going after this girlfriend that he says he cares about and is now trying to scrutinize her decision that she chose for her own life, even though he just said, I just want to make sure the girlfriend's okay. And now he's shitting on her for her decision. Are we crazy? This might be the worst apology I've ever seen in my entire life. This is insane. Holy fucking unreliable narrator. Like pouring salt on the wound, lemon juice in the scars. This is insane.
But I do think this needs to be said. The fact that this went public is unfortunate, but people were genuinely hurt.
You made it public! What do you mean it's unfortunate? You made it public! That document would have been seen by maybe like a couple of thousand people on Twitter, and nobody cares. You pushed that shit to 2.5 million people on just YouTube, which is like career ending. A Google Doc on Twitter's not gonna do shit. A 2.5 million YouTube video is gonna do something. This is crazy.
Hurt by Sykkuno lying to them that he was single. Maybe it's an unpopular opinion at this point. Let me know if you think it is, but if someone lied to me about being single, and I later found out that us having—
Oh my God, are you gonna imply again that it's rape? Oh my God. There is no way Mujin is about to double down on the rape. I'm going to rewind this just so we can hear this all.
I think it is, but if someone lied to me about being single, and I later found out that us having sex directly hurt their partner, made them depressed, and ruined or at least endangered a 5-year-long relationship, I wouldn't be able to live with myself. That's simply not what I would have signed up for. And seeing that he's a public figure who used this public standing to get with these women after lying to them, it felt like this going public was going to be inevitable. But that doesn't—
You're still poising this as rape. You are trying to phrase this as the consent should be null and voided. What? This is not even an apology. You're still poising this as sex that is malicious, that is criminal. This is insane. Brother, it's their business. Let them handle it. Can you not good God. Good God. I had to leave a dislike. Jesus Christ. He tripled down on this. Good God.
Doesn't mean that her feelings are not valid, because they are. When it comes to me, I did have a hand in spreading this to the public by releasing my video so quickly. And
yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit.
Simply had no right to do so. And for that, I am sorry.
This guy is saying that everybody who got cheated on should kill themselves, by the way. I'm going to rewind this and let you hear this.
Lying to them, it felt like this going public was going to be lying to them that he was single. Maybe it's an unpopular opinion at this point. Let me know if you think it is, but if someone lied to me about being single, and I later found out that us having sex directly hurt their partner, made them depressed, and ruined or at least endangered a 5-year-long relationship—
Using the word endangered is also sensationalizing shit once again.
I wouldn't be able to live with myself. pressed and ruined or at least endangered a 5-year-long relationship, I wouldn't be able to live with myself.
Mujin is implying that the women who got cheated on are going to kill themselves. This is the worst apology I have ever seen in my life. Holy fucking unreliable narrator.
Not valid because they are. When it comes to me, I did have a hand in spreading this to the public by releasing my video so quickly.
Mujin, not only did you have a hand in it, you post the most damage out of everybody. You caused the most damage. Stop saying, oh, I had a little bit of hand. Brother, you caused 99% of the damage.
I simply had no right to—
Hold on, Techie, that's a stretch. I hate the guy, but that's a hell of a stretch. This guy's saying that if I found out that I endangered a 5-year-long relationship, that I wouldn't be able to live with myself. What the fuck do you think I don't want to be able to, I can't live with myself means? That you cannot live. Feeling unable to live with yourself is a common experience amongst people with passive suicidal ideation. Doesn't automatically mean that you're suicidal, but it also reflects intense emotional pain, hopelessness, or desire to escape suffering rather than a specific plan to end your life. It's a pretty insane thing to say.
To do so, and for that, I am sorry. Now, I've seen some people's reactions to this announcement, and yeah, as you might expect, it's not sunshine and roses. This whole topic has been extremely polarizing on the internet to begin with, and
Sure. Maybe let's be more fair. Maybe he was just saying that the women are suicidal rather than going to kill themselves. We'll be fair. So that's okay. Mujin just said all the women are now suicidal. Okay, great.
In particular is getting hate thrown her way with people calling her things like gold digger or Stockholm Syndrome victim for not leaving him. Here's the thing though. What matters here is that Sykkuno stops his serial cheating streak and that he stops lying to women about him being single while turning them into homewreckers against their will.
Against their will? What? Jesus Christ. Here's a better idea. Why don't you just stay the fuck out of their relationship and let them handle their business? Why do you care so much about this?
That's it. If she wants to stay, that's her choice. She doesn't deserve to get nasty things said about her, though.
Brother, you just said nasty things about her like 2 minutes ago, second guessing every decision that she made for staying with him. You just did that. Is this guy schizophrenic? Or did he not watch his own video?
I wish her the best, and I again would like to apologize if I directly contributed to any harm that she might have gone through.
Bro, listen to what he said.
She doesn't deserve to get nasty things said about her.
Which he did himself.
Though. I wish her the best, and I again would like to apologize if I directly contributed to any harm that she might have gone through.
He said, I want to say it one more time. Listen to what he says. He says, I'd like to apologize if...
Get nasty things said about her, though. I wish her the best, and I again would like to apologize if I directly contributed to any harm that she might have gone through.
Bro said, if I did this, I'd like to apologize. If... You did the whole fucking thing! That is psychotic. This is like sociopathic levels of not taking accountability. That's crazy. If I cause any issues, I apologize. The fuck do you mean if?
That was not my intention. Look, ultimately, my favorite YouTuber growing up was PewDiePie.
Okay. All right. I like Stranger Things. Oh, okay. That's great, man. Okay, let's talk about Pewds. All right. Look, I'm relatable.
Yeah, I enjoyed his sense of humor. The fact that for the longest time, he was the sole runner of his channel, which gave him so much authenticity. But most of all, what I really liked about him was that he was not ashamed of being human. He would make mistakes. But when he would, he'd also sincerely apologize and work to learn from them.
Brother, you said if I caused any issues, and then you said the girlfriend was retarded for staying with Sykkuno. What are you on about? This is like one of the worst apologies I've ever seen.
It's no secret that today...
And by the way, PewDiePie should have never apologized for saying the N-word on PUBG Bridge. That shit was hilarious. Who cares?
Creator, if you were to make a mistake, it would be so much easier to wait for it to die down in a week and then continue business as usual, as if nothing had happened. I was even advised by some to do exactly that and not release this video. And I understand why. It unfortunately
That's crazy how you had to cooperate with other creators on how to just like, take accountability for your own fuck up. That's how detached from reality you are. You needed advice on what to do. How about just say you're sorry because you know you fucked up? Now knowing that you didn't know what to do until you got advised by other people even shows even more you're never beating the unreliable narrator, sociopathic allegations.
works. But to me, it's simply the right thing to do, even if it leads to more scrutiny.
If it was the right thing to do, then why did you keep the video up until you post this video, immediately unlist it, and then publish this? If you knew it was bad, why didn't you delete it immediately? It's very curious, huh? This video doesn't come out of thin air. Why did you unlist it and then immediately post this if you knew it was wrong? Very interesting.
And people disliking me. I screwed up. I'm going to say sorry, and I will improve. So
He's going to apologize to Powder, right?
what am I going to change exactly? Well, to start, I'll never give another exception to a scoop or exclusive info. I will do what I've always done on this channel and talk about things that have already played out in public. I don't care if a 5-star general gives me info about World War III starting tomorrow. I will make the video after the nukes drop. I also realize now just how much you guys value my objectivity. I understand that I'm not perfect at it, and I probably never will be, but I'll always strive to present information to you in the most balanced way possible so that you...
Bro. I wish somebody who was actually a part of OnlyFans would watch Mujin's video on pirate software and just show how many things he got wrong over and over and over again. I'm going to get an apology, right? Mujin, are you going to make a manifesto on powder fucking black guys, or are we both going to get apologies here? I am still waiting for me and Powder's apology.
You can, in the end, form your own opinion.
Which, by the way, I would like to say, if Mujin ever apologized to me, I would immediately accept it. I would. I absolutely would. Life is too short to have enemies. It is. But an apology is needed. It is. An apology is needed to me and to Powder. Absolutely.
And finally, no matter how much this channel grows, I'll always ask you to be honest with me, and I promise to take accountability when needed. Just
great. Then give Powder and Tectone the apology that they need after you lied on both of their names.
Like how I'm doing right now. So look, if the last video was a deal breaker for you and you want to unsubscribe, then I completely understand.
Great.
But I won't let you leave without thanking you first. Take care, and may our paths cross again someday. On the other...
Well, until the next time, traveler, may we find ourselves again once in this infinite void.
The fuck are you, a Genshin Impact NPC? I promise you, black people don't watch you, by the way. I don't know who this is. Who's that? Is that a subtle shot at Powder? Is this the guy who fucked Powder?
On the other hand, if you're planning to stick around for future content, then I'd like to thank you so much for allowing me to make a mistake and grow from it. I say this all the time when I stream, but not a day goes by where I take any of this for granted. And the fact that so many of you watch me...
Oh, I swear, bro. If this dude ever makes a video on Powder, that will be the end of his career. 100%. 100%. After this guy threatened her, in his own words, a smaller content creator. He threatened a smaller content creator to delete her entire existence by exposing the BBC allegations. We're going to read that. We're going to read that comment again before this video is over.
Whether you're driving home, chilling at work, doing chores, knitting, or just eating, I'm so honored to be able to make your day a bit less mundane with my videos. It's truly a blessing.
That being said, I would love if Mujin were to make a video on me or Powder, because it would show that he learned absolutely nothing.
Thank you. I also would like to thank my Discord mods, my friends, and my viewers who reached out during this time. It meant a lot, and I really appreciate it. The Sykkuno video was live for a week, so I'll keep this video live for a week as well. However, I do plan to private the original video as soon as this video gets uploaded. I hope to be back sooner rather than later.
How about you keep it up until it gets as many views as the original video? So you're just saying that Sykkuno gets to live with the false allegations for the rest of his life, but you only have to be accountable for a week? Are you kidding me? So Sykkuno gets to be called a pedophile rapist for the rest of his life, and you only have to take accountability for a week. Are you out of your mind? And where is your apology on Twitter? And where is your apology to me and Powder? Hey, Tectone, it's that random guy that gave you the meme post of cutting ties with Mujin. Hey! By the way, I posted a copy pasta of this guy on Twitter. That whole Mujin post I did, he gave it to me. It was hilarious. I DM you another Powder. Wait, I DM you another one for Powder to meme on him too. In the event she wants to join the joke on him as well. Oh, I would love to post that one too.
Continuing to make videos that...
Yeah, before anybody says that I was really butthurt about Mujin's like whole expose on me that was a proven lie 17 different times, a random viewer DM'd me that and I posted it because I thought it was funny.
You enjoy at the level of quality that you expect of me. As always, thank you so much for watching until the end, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video, whenever that is.
I don't believe this guy worth a fucking damn until he apologized to Twitter. Are you still here? Great. Let me show you exactly what he said. So Powder said that she didn't want to be a victim in the Sykkuno situation. And she said that everything that happened between me and Sykkuno was consensual. And so Mujin decided to say this. And by the way, this is still up, by the way. And there was still no apology, by the way. Can you criticize him for cheating? Absolutely, but I had no viewers whatsoever, became desperate after trying everything to be relevant, so I chose to appeal to people who hate my gender in order to pay rent. Am I going to flip on a serial cheater who had sex with women without telling them that they'd be homewreckers? Of course not. Morals are an obstacle to my income. Mujin was never really a reliable narrator. True. So when his video eventually comes out about me being canceled by my audience for secretly having dated a black guy, even though I keep saying that I can't stand minorities, please don't trust him. Also, English is my first language. I have no idea that predator can mean a person or an organization that uses weaker people for their own advantage. But it's okay. My audience gobbles up anything I say. Dumbass simps. Where is Powder's apology? Where is Tectone's apology? We will be waiting. And by the way, he's never going to give one, and then he's going to double down, and he's going to try an expose on both of us. And by the way, it's not going to do anything. People have already popped their alt. It's not going to do anything. Nobody's going to trust a damn word you say anymore. And by the way, Mujin, I'm being so reasonable because we were friends. As much as you lie to the public and say that we were not friends, you know we were friends. And maybe this is against my better judgment. There's a reason why I don't block you. Because I am willing to forgive this if you just apologize and set the record straight and say you jumped the gun and went out on info that was not confirmed. I will completely forgive you. I will set the record straight. However, I understand your audience locked and you cannot do that. And I understand the people that you pander to would never accept the fact that you fucked up because they want me to be this criminal Nazi so bad. Mujin, why the fuck do you think I'm not in jail? You encouraged your audience to call me a rapist and you thought it was hilarious. And I'm still willing to forgive you. Maybe I'm too forgiving. My DMs are open. At least apologize to Powder. Thank you very much. I don't need one. Apologize to Powder at least.